Pinpoint Weather on NBC5 News is brought to you by the Cow Creek Umpqua Tribe.
Hey, welcome back to NBC5. As we look off in the to the southwest on the Manor Camp, we have a little bit of some smoke out there. You can definitely smell it if you're getting outdoors. Of course, we have a lot of new fires, a lot of new evacuation zones in our area, even down into Siskiyou, Klamath, and here in Jackson County. But there's ongoing fires elsewhere as well, and we are sitting mild, 64 degrees here in the city. No change compared to yesterday. We will have a front pushing into our region. And with this, not going to be as hot as yesterday, 91, which is right at the seasonal average for this time of year. More sunshine expected today, but again, some smoke and haze is expected to cover into our sky with these ongoing fires. And that's likely going to continue as we're getting through the next few days, though the front will help to push this smoke a little bit further to the south. That is some good news in the forecast. Now, as we get into this weekend, hot and dry conditions expected. Continues to bring in that risk of new fires, human-caused fires, should say. We've had the lightning that started all of these fires over the last several days. Now, we'll see another chance for some isolated storms, most of this activity into our eastern counties for today and tomorrow. But the forecast stays hot and dry as we head into this weekend. Here's your front up here to our north. We're seeing a little bit of some clouds and light showers up towards Seattle and parts of the northwestern half of the state of Washington. Clear conditions for now here in Oregon, but as we're going to get through today, there will be that chance for some isolated storms. Looking again at the smoke and air quality levels, again, things good to moderate for most locations. Should say the larger cities, you get a little bit closer to some of these fires. That's where we're getting into some unhealthy, even very unhealthy levels of air quality with the denser smoke. And like I mentioned, the smoke's going to be pushing to the south and southeast. The front's going to be moving in, and that's going to be helping to kind of move a little bit more of this smoke. So clearer conditions up to the north and along the coastline for today. As we get into the nighttime hours, a little bit of this smoke starts to settle, but through to the rest of tomorrow, it continues clearing to the south and southeast. And you see how most of our northern counties are clear from the smoke. Of course, with this, we could see some new fires with some of the lightning expected here into this afternoon out into eastern Klamath and Lake County. Now, most of that is very isolated in nature, but that abundance of lightning and gusty wind does pose that risk of new fires being started and spreading quickly. We are dry with sunshine here in the valleys throughout this afternoon. That northwest wind comes in up to about 10 to 15 miles per hour, but as these thunderstorms develop, it could see some of those wind gusts really kicking up into parts of our eastern counties, again getting up to around 35 to 55 miles per hour. And we'll stay a little bit of a breeze into the afternoon hours over the next several days. Temperatures are going to be heating up. 91 today to 98 on Friday, and then it's a stretch of 100+ degree temperatures into this weekend and into next week. Definitely a long stretch of heat, and morning temperatures are going to stay mild into the 60s. Klamath Basin, lots of sunshine, but that isolated chance of showers and storms here today into the eastern half of the area. Bit breezy as well, and they'll be getting into the upper 90s for this weekend after next couple of days in the upper 80s. Low 90s in Northern California, but right back into the triple digits with more sunshine heading into this weekend. Morning lows will be a little bit milder in the lower 60s for this weekend. The coastline staying on the cooler side with most of the coast in the 60s throughout this weekend. We might see Brookings warming up into the 70s, potentially some 80s with the Checo effect and a bit more wind after today.